This is the Italian Citizenship Podcast, hosted by Marco Permunian and Rafael Di Furia.
Hello there, and welcome to another episode of the Italian Citizenship Podcast, presented by ItaliancitizenshipAssistance.com. Of course, we are back at it again with Italian attorney Marco Permunian. How are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
I am doing great, thank you. And of course, I'm Rafael Di Furia. And in today's episode, we wanted to talk a bit about getting Italian citizenship for a minor, especially considering the recent update to the budgetary law in Italy. And in our recent episode about this new budgetary law that came into effect, many of you were asking for clarification regarding minors. And in this episode of the Italian Citizenship Podcast, we wanted to talk about the cost of getting Italian citizenship for minors overall. And that specific topic we'll get into later in the episode. But Marco, just as an overview, to start off with Italian citizenship through a consulate, have those fees changed or will those be staying the same? And what would those fees be for a minor child?
The Italian government approved towards the end of the year the 2025 budget law. In the budget law, there were provisions that basically affected and changed the fees applicable to citizenship by descent processes, whether it's a process through the Italian consulate or through an Italian municipality or a case that is filed with an Italian court. First of all, with regard to people that are applying for citizenship through an Italian consulate, the consular fee, the application fee, has been updated only for adults. So adult applicants will have to pay a consular fee, an application fee, which is now equal to 600 euros. Before the change, the fee was 300 euros per adult. So every adult going through the process in 2025 will have to pay an application fee, which is now equal to 600 euros per person, per adult. So even if you're applying together with other family members, every adult who files their application in 2025, so after January 1st of 2025, will have to pay a consular fee, which is equal to 600 euros. People who have filed their applications prior to January 1st and who have paid the older fee will not have to pay any sort of integration. Now, with specific regard to people going through the process via an Italian consulate in the US, minors, they don't have to pay. So people who have minor children, those minors can be included in the application of the parent at no additional cost. And when we say minors, we mean individuals who are under the age of 18 at the time in which the application is submitted. And the reason why minors don't pay any application fee is the fact that the application for a minor is treated as a registration of their birth certificate, which is something that could be done even afterwards. So after the parent becomes a citizen, the birth certificate of a minor child of an Italian citizen can always be registered at no cost through the consulate. So the consulate does not apply any fee, even in the case that the minor is included in the parent application. So basically, if you have minor children, you can include them in your application and they will not be charged an application fee. They will become citizens together with you. If you have children during the process of, if you will have children after you have become an Italian citizen, you can register their birth certificate and they will become citizens through the registration process, and that will be completely free of charge.
Well, thank you so much, Marco. And moving on to the next way of getting Italian citizenship by descent through the administrative process is by doing it through a municipality, comune, a town hall in Italy. Have those prices been affected by this budget update?
Yes, the budget law has established an increase for the application fee for people who go through the process via an Italian municipality. Now, the fee for those individuals is up to 600 euros per adult applicant. So first of all, the fee does not apply to minors. And second of all, the fee can be up to 600 euros. So it's not necessarily 600 euros, but it will be decided, and that's up to the discretion of the municipality, by the clerk, whether the fee will be 600 or less than 600. Probably based on the complexity of the case, based on other factors. But while the fee for consular application needs to be 600 euros. So exactly 600 euros per adult applicant. The fee per adult who is applying through a municipality in Italy can be up to 600 euros. Now, with regard to minors, there is no application fee. So minors can apply for free. And that's because the budget law explicitly talks about adult applicants. So it makes specific reference to adults. Minors can be included in the application of the parent at no additional cost, and their birth certificate registration will be treated as a registration, which is why minors can be included in the parent's application at no additional cost. And the birth certificate of the minor children will be recorded in the municipality at the same time in which the parents receives citizenship. So the parent and the child will receive citizenship simultaneously. And the reason why there's no fee associated with the minor's application is that the minor's application is treated as a registration of their birth certificate rather than a Jure Sanguinis application.
So basically, all in all, even though the administrative process is done at a town hall rather than a consulate, in the end, it's basically the same story in both cases, correct?
With regard to minors, that is correct.
Well, thank you, Marco. This is very interesting. And just while we're on the topic of applying in Italy, would you mind sharing with us who can apply for Italian citizenship by descent in Italy, and what are those things to look out for in that case?
Under Italian law, if you reside abroad, you need to apply for citizenship through the Italian consulate that serves your area. So if you live in the US, if you live, for example, in the state of New York, you have to address the consulate in New York City. The same goes for people who live in Los Angeles. They have to go through the consulate in Los Angeles. But the law allows for people who are from the US or other countries to relocate to Italy with the purpose of applying for citizenship by descent directly in Italy. So there is a specific and very special process for those individuals who are of Italian descent and who want to go through the process in Italy that allows them to establish residency in the country, in the municipality where they intend to apply for citizenship by descent. And they can apply in any of the roughly 8,000 municipalities that we have in Italy. And again, residency can be established only with the purpose of applying for citizenship by descent through this special process, meaning these people are allowed to enter the country without a visa and directly obtain a residency permit in the town, or rather at the questura, which is the local immigration office, which serves the town in which they want to start the process, and obtain a residency permit for people whose process is pending at the municipality in Italy, which allows these individuals to reside in the country for as long as the process takes. So basically, in short, you can decide to relocate to Italy with all your documents that prove that you are entitled to Italian citizenship, duly legalized and translated into Italian, and start the dual citizenship application process. And the government allows you to reside in Italy for the duration of the process until citizenship is granted to you and your minor children, if you have any.
Thank you, Marco. And just a quick question while we're on this topic. I know many people who are interested in this possibility of applying for Italian citizenship, or rather making their petition for Italian citizenship through their ancestry in Italy, wonder if you want to apply for Italian citizenship in Italy, can you only go to the town, city, or village where your family came from, or are you able to go anywhere in the country?
You can establish residency in any Italian municipality, so you can go anywhere in the country. Of course, some people decide for personal reasons to apply for citizenship in the municipality where their ancestors were born, but that doesn't have to be the case. So you are free to apply in any municipality, and any municipality must assist you with the dual citizenship application process as long as you provide them with all of the necessary documents, including the birth certificates of your ancestors, which need to be obtained from the municipality in which they were born. And of course, since you have the option to choose the municipality where you want to file your application, unlike when you apply in your home country, where you are basically forced to use the consulate that serves your area. But when you go through a municipality in Italy for the dual citizenship application process, you can choose, like I just said, which municipality you want to apply it, unlike people who apply for citizenship through an Italian consulate, who are forced to apply at the consulate that serves their area. People who decide to file their application in Italy can choose which municipality they want to use to apply for citizenship. And of course, that's the municipality where they need to establish their residency. So they need to have a home address in that municipality. However, they can choose which municipality to use. And of course, it is always best to understand whether the municipality in which you intend to file your citizenship application and establish residency is prepared to assist you. So if they have the resources to assist you, and if they know the process well enough to be able to assist you without issues. For example, some municipalities may be understaffed. Maybe the clerk is not available to receive citizenship applications. Maybe they're too big and too busy to be able to assist you in a timely manner. So there are definitely a lot of municipalities that you can use and that work very efficiently. But what I'm saying is be sure to choose wisely and in advance. So don't just choose any random municipality, maybe based on whether you like the area. I would personally choose, at least for the duration of the process, to reside in a municipality that is very efficient. And of course, we at ItalianCitizenshipAssistance.com, we can recommend which municipality is best to use to file your citizenship application.
Well, thank you very much, Marco. And now to get on to court cases. Like I said earlier on in the episode, there were a lot of questions under our last episode on this recent update asking about the specific situation for children. Considering the recent budget law update for applying for Italian citizenship and the fees for this, have there been any changes for Italian citizenship for minors that will be going through a court case?
While the 2025 budget law specifically indicated that the new 600 euros or up to 600 euros, respectively, fee for people going through the consulate or municipalities only applied to adults, it was not specified whether the 600 euros application or court fee, rather, should only apply to adults who file their cases in an Italian court or to minors as well. The way in which the provision within the budget law is phrased indicates that all named petitioners should pay the 600 euros fee. So while at ICA, we're very much inclined to believe that minors, if they are named petitioners, will have to pay the 600 euros fee, that provision within the budget law is probably going to be subject to interpretation going forward. Now, keep in mind that minors don't have to be necessarily included in the lawsuit, because it's always possible to register their birth certificate after the parent has become a citizen through the court process, as long as the minor has not turned 18 during the process. So be sure that you make a determination as to whether you want to include your child in the court process based on their age and based on the fact that after the court process is over, if the minor is still a minor, then it's possible for the parent to register the birth certificate at no additional cost. So in short, the budget law does not explicitly clarify whether minors will have to pay the filing fee for families who go through the court process to get Italian citizenship. However, we are inclined to believe that since the law makes reference to named petitioners, that also minors, if they're named in the lawsuit, will have to pay the 600 euros fee. But also, let's keep in mind that minor children can always be registered by the Italian parent through an Italian consulate via a relatively simple procedure, which doesn't have any cost before they turn 18. So an Italian parent can register at no cost the birth certificate of a minor child, so under the age of 18, through the Italian consulate.
Marco, thank you again for getting into all of these topics today. And just as a quick recap, so if you're going through the administrative process through a consulate in the US, for example, or if you're going to a town hall, municipality, comune in Italy, it's also the same sort of deal where there is no increase at this point in time, that a minor child getting their citizenship through these processes wouldn't have any additional fees associated with their registration. Or if you were to have a child after becoming an Italian citizen, that their registration of birth would not come at a cost, because as far as the Italian government is concerned, that both of those processes would basically just be that recognition of birth, that registration abroad anyway. However, the difference is when it comes to Italian citizenship through a court case, where that may or may not come with a fee attached to it at the discretion of the court that is presiding over the case. However, at this point in time, as of what you were saying, it seems as though it is more than likely that there could be that additional fee for each petitioner, even if they are a minor, correct?
That is correct.
Well, thank you again so much, Marco, for all of your time and really to make yourself available for this episode. And of course, if anybody is needing help to get Italian citizenship through a court case or through a consulate or a comune, how can they get in contact with you and your team?
People can contact us through our website, ItalianCitizenshipassistance.com, or give us a call. Our number is on the website.
Absolutely fantastic. And of course, if you're interested in more information like this, be sure that you're subscribed to the YouTube channel as well as the audio only podcast. But of course, if you're subscribed to the YouTube channel, that means that you are also automatically subscribed to the Italian Real Estate Podcast, as well as Ask the Italian Lawyer, where we talk to Marco about more aspects of making Italy your home and various legal details of Italian daily life. But of course, we have been here again with Italian attorney Marco Permunian from ItalianCitizenshipassistance.com. I'm Rafael Di Furia. Stay safe and healthy out there, and we will see you all next time. Later.
Thank you.